Good afternoon. Less than a month out from a trial over one of Albuquerque's most high-profile pedestrian crashes, we're now getting a picture of how the state plans to prosecute the driver accused of hitting and killing a 7-year-old boy. News 13's Madison Connor is live where the crash happened near Central and Tingley. Madison?
The driver accused of the deadly crash, Sergio Almanza, will head to trial in late August. Now, prosecutors and defense attorneys are filing motions over what they do and don't want to be discussed in the jury.
Our lives are never going to be the same again. We're not going to have a Merry Christmas again. My 2 other boys will have to grow up with parents that always have sadness that they carry with them.
Over a year and a half ago, after leaving the River of Lights with his family, 7-year-old Pranoy Bhattacharya was hit and killed by a driver in an ATV.
My boy was very, very loved. He had touched many, many lives.
Investigators say the accused driver, Sergio Almanza, fled to Mexico after the crash. He later turned himself in at the border.
Sergio Almanza, who had ran over a 7-year-old in a crosswalk in the city of Albuquerque, was taken into custody with our partnership with the United States Marshal Service at the Palomas crossing to Mexico.
Now the state and defense are preparing for a 2-week trial, set to start on August 21st. Both sides are prepping to make arguments about what can be discussed. So far, 3 motions have been filed by the state and defense. Prosecutors want to question potential jurors about media coverage in the case and if they've already formed an opinion about what happened. They're also asking jurors if they can fairly judge the case while facing graphic photos of the crime scene. In another motion, the state wants to ban the defense from any testimony about alleged mechanical issues the ATV had around the time of the crash. They also want to highlight Almanza fleeing to Mexico after the crash and accusations he was drinking in the hours before the crash. Meanwhile, the defense wants any evidence or testimony that suggests Almanza is in a drug cartel off the table. Now the defense also wants to bar a state witness from testifying, someone who allegedly witnessed the crash before it happened. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Madison. Right now, trial is set for August 21st.